Hi traders and welcome. Lockie here, lead trader for Samurai Day Trading out of Singapore. I hope you are fantastic. In this video, we're going to be talking about a NinjaTrader 8 and we're going to be talking about market replay or a function also referred to as live market replay. What I want to do in the video is show you not only how to connect to a data feed, but then also how to target your particular market. Today, we're going to be working on the S&P 500 as we're going to be downloading that data, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to use it properly, guys, so you don't end up with that ninja little spinning icon, guys, and you don't end up in a world of frustration. So first things first, guys, I'm going to grab my control center. I've got an S&P 500 chart here. Guys, that brings up a little learning straight away. If you wanted to live market replay the S&P 500, please only have the S&P 500 chart running. If you wanted to do the NASDAQ, please have that running. As the reason being is if you have multiple charts running, such as the S&P, the NASDAQ, and let's say the FDAX 40 out of Germany, but you only download the data for the S&P 500, you might confuse NinjaTrader. So best things, step number one is if you want to live market replay the S&P 500, guys, as I was doing in a training session last night, guys, we've got our S&P 500 chart behind here ready to rock and roll. Now, guys, I'm going to connect to one of my data feeds. Guys, I can go to TTP, so the trading pit out of Cyprus. Guys, one of my funding partners, they are absolutely incredible. So if you are looking for a funding partner, guys, the product at TTP in particular is a really, really good product. Guys, a really, really good product. Guys, and if you do want a discount, guys, if you do want a discount on TTP, please log into even the free members area, guys. Even the free members area, guys, within the Samurai website will actually give you that functionality. Now, first things first, guys, we're just going to double check that our data is running. Best thing to do is grab your control center. All right, bottom left-hand corner, we should have a little green dot running. Absolutely perfect. So we're good. Your candles should also be bouncing up and down over there on the right-hand side, guys, which they are. In fact, we've just picked up, right as I start the video, guys, we've just picked up a really, really lovely potential buying signal to the high side. Okay, these are the little indicators, guys, we use to basically tell us when to trade and when not to trade. Now, guys, today we are going to be talking about, guys, downloading data. So let me actually talk to you about some of the things that are actually are going to make your journey a lot easier. So first things first, guys, we're going to come into the tools, guys, and we're going to go to import. Now, when we go to import, guys, just be a little bit careful with this one. You want to go to import and then you want to go to historical data, but ultimately it's not historical data you're going to be downloading. That is a little bit different to market replay data. So let me show you. When I go to here, guys, so all I've done is I've gone to tools, I go to import, and I'm going to go to historical data. All right, you're going to get a little window, as a little window that pops up. Okay, and this is what it's going to look like. A couple of mistakes that people make, guys, is they import or they download or they import. I want you to go all the way down to the bottom to get market replay data. All right, so we're going to click on that, guys. It used to be up the top, now it's down the bottom, hence occasionally people get confused. Because we want to do the S&P 500, I'm going to select the instrument. Right, so there is my S&P 500. As if you're doing this for the first time, you'll normally have a very, very generic list, such as the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ and potentially the FDAX, guys, potentially the FDAX. Now, if you need to find the instrument that you want to trade, guys, you can come down here to futures and then you can look at, some of the most common ones and you can start to build from there. All right, so we're gonna focus on the S&P 500. So I want to download this now. The process that I follow, guys, is a very, very meticulous, very, very simple process. Generally speaking, it doesn't break. There are other ways to do this, like you can download a large amount of bulk data if you want to. I tend to find, though, the bulk data generally has some price errors in it. So if you're wanting to actually, test an ATM or test a strategy, you're probably better off doing what we're currently doing. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to choose our S&P 500. Absolutely brilliant. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop down this little date. Guys, now what this shows you, this little hollow square here, this little hollow square says, Lockie, it is currently the 16th of July, 2026. Your data, you can, if you want, you can download the 15th. So you can't download today's data, guys. You've generally speaking, you're going to be 24 hours behind. So we're going to do that, guys. Now we're going to push the download button. Now, depending on the speed of your internet, this will take, look, between 15 to 20 seconds if your internet's really, really fast. If your internet's slow, guys, this can actually take a couple of minutes. All right, so please don't rush the process. Please don't start pushing download multiple times. Otherwise, Ninja will get really angry at you, and then it becomes quite hard to do. So we've done the 15th, guys. So what we're going to do is now the 14th. Now I'm just going to do this day by day by day. I strongly recommend if you're going to do live market replay, particularly if you've got any kind of indicators that base on moving averages, if you've got pivot files running, guys, please make sure you've got the right pivot file running. As much as this video is not about pivot files, as there are four different versions of the pivot files in the world. 3 of them are mathematically incorrect. So please make sure you've got the right pivot file, because if you are a reversal trader or a swing trader and you love trading off pivots, naturally, if your pivots are in the wrong spot, you're going to be reversing off a level that doesn't exist. As a result of that, your reversals are not going to go very well because no one else is going to be reversing at that time. So just watch out for that. So what we're going to do, guys, in fact, on that, if you want the right pivot file, guys, reach out to Samurai. We've been using the right pivot file since 2009. So therefore, our pivot files are going pretty well. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to go back day by day by day. All right, now, interesting little lesson's going to come up about the weekend. Typically, there's a bit of data available on Sundays, but there's no data available on the Saturday. All right, so we're just going to keep the same process going. I want to actually manually walk you through this process. You can see that the data is downloading pretty quickly. Now, again, well, that one was quick. Come down to Saturday, guys. Typically, you're going to get an error message. It's going to start downloading. Then it's going to go boom, boom. Sorry, there is no market replay data. That's normal for a Saturday. So we just rock and roll. We're going to go, we'll do Friday and we'll do Thursday and maybe even Wednesday. And then we'll look to go to maybe Monday, kind of halfway through that data set. We'll go halfway through the data set in order to get you a really good little setup. All right, so we keep rolling back. As you'll note that the black square, this little black square keeps sort of rewinding further and further. As the beauty of it rewinding further and further, it's actually showing you what's the last date that you downloaded. So if you lose track, guys, then that's okay. All right, that's okay. All right, this one here, we'll do one more day. It's not to be boring, but this is exactly what I want you to do. And this will generally, guys, mean you have no mistakes. You've got beautiful data integrity. As your live market replay is going to work perfectly. And I've got a little tip actually about before we connect to live market replay. So we've done that. That's ready to rock and roll. Thank you very much. We'll get rid of this. What I now want you to do, ladies and gents, obviously this is a live chart because we connected to a live data feed. What we're going to do is I want you to go and choose. So, Lockie, I would like to trade the US Open, or I would like to trade the European Open, or you've got to go and basically choose what we're going to be trading. Now, there is a really good example of a strength indicator. So that's a strength indicator. These little deltas there, guys, those deltas are absolutely amazing unless they're selling into a brick wall. Guys, guess what? Our pivots are in the right place. There's no question about that. So if you wanted to say, Lockie, I've got a beautiful static bar reversal here that I want to go and practice my trading. It's off a pivot. I've got a lower low here. These guys are failing at pivots. This could therefore be a really lovely place, guys, to practice our reversal trade. So what we do is we basically say, righto, the time is, so look down the bottom here, guys. The time is 9:30 p.m. So 9:30 p.m. And note here, right at midnight, guys, right at midnight. In fact, that is Wednesday. This is perfect. So, guys, it's 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the 15th of July. So 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the 15th of July. How do we go to that exact point? Guys, I want you to remember this sort of little candle combination. We've got these extreme volume candles cruising into this little pivot here. So guys, what we do is we go and grab our control center, and I'm currently connected, as you guys know, I'm currently connected to my TTP data feed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect from that because I've used that data feed to download my data. What I'm then going to do is I'm then going to come in and I'm going to connect to my playback data feed. So please don't go to simulation or simulated data feed because you want to go to playback. What that's going to do is that's immediately going to pop up this window, guys. Now, a little mistake that a number of people make is they go, oh, Lockie, do I need to now go get my market replay data? Do I need to do this again? Guys, now, if you've followed the process we did earlier in the video, you don't need to do the process again. So instead of coming down here and downloading, you come down here and say, Lockie, I'd just like to continue. Ultimately, you are continuing to the data that you've already downloaded. So we push continue. That's going to connect. Guys, that's going to connect. All right, let it do its thinking, guys. It's calculating top left-hand corner. Perfect. And what we want to do, ladies and gents, what this is now doing is it's basically saying, Lockie, I'm connected to Market Replay. I'm currently at this date and time here. So I'm currently this date and time. Guys, what I would suggest you do, this is your basically your available data. So at the moment you've got from the 8th of July through until a touch of the 16th of July available. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to fast forward to basically where we were, and we'll show you how to get really accurate with this. So we're looking for the 15th. So we're looking for the 15th at 9:30 p.m. So you're scrolling. Guys, we're getting there, 9:04, 9:57. We're pretty close, guys. We're pretty close. So what we do is we do the scroll first. We do the scroll first to get us to our general target area of this is where we want to be. Guys, then we can actually get a little bit fancy, guys. We can then right click here and say, I want you to go to exactly this point. All right, so see we're on the 15th. I want you, and you can literally, guys, just type in 9:30, or let me get this right for you, 9:30. Guys, you can make these 00 if you want to, just 00. So that's going to take us to exactly 9:30 p.m. Now, remember that combination of signals we had? We had a couple of climactic candles and similar. So we do that. And hey presto, what have we actually got here? All right, so again, it's still calculating, guys. It's still thinking. So what you want to do is you want to wait for your indicators to pop up, make sure everything is rocking and rolling. All right, now what we've got is we've got our series of candles. So it goes, so those climactic, so these climactic candles here, they are basically saying that is a climactic static bar reversal. So there is an incredible buying point. Guys, that is a static bar reversal. There is an incredible buying point just here. It's literally right here in the market. We've also cruising down to failure to pivot, guys. So we're setting up a series of really, really lovely reversals going back the other way. So guys, if you actually want to practice executing this trade, you say, hey, Lockie, I'd actually quite like to get into this trade. What you can actually do, ladies and gents, is you can bring up your chart trader panel, which is over here on the left-hand side. You can bring up your chart trader panel. You can load an ATM if you want. You can load your contract numbers. And once you've done that, you can actually place a trade, guys, on the chart itself. So Lockie, I would like to buy. Now, guys, you can get rid of this little pop-up if you would want to. Very, very easy to get rid of. I would like to buy 2 contracts at exactly that point, please. Guys, now what we can do is we can then come up to our little panel here. As I've rewound at 90 seconds for you, we can come back here and we can actually push the play button. What you're going to find, ladies and gents, is the market's actually going to start moving up and down. So you've got your clock counting down over here on the right-hand side. So clock counting down, we've basically got about 1 minute and 15 seconds or 1 minute and 16 seconds until this signal locks into place. As we've got our buy order on the screen. Now, I do note, ladies and gents, that we're basically practicing what is a news announcement candle. So you remember we saw the chart before saying, wow, look at that. That's an amazing move in the market. It's actually a news announcement, guys, that came out at exactly 9:30 p.m. So it'll be an interesting little exercise, guys. We've got our buy order on. Guys, if the news announcement is very rugged, it's actually going to skip our order and run. Guys, if it's very, very friendly, it's going to pick up our order and obviously it's going to pay us. There's no question about that. So to review what we're doing, guys, as we cruise down the news announcements in 35 seconds from now, we've got a climactic reversal saying, please go long. We've got a static bar reversal saying, please go long. SBR. That one there, guys, the -2 rated SBR is by far the strongest. The best way to enter that, guys, is stick your order just above that. The SBR, guys, does all of the mathematics for us. Guys, does all the mathematics for us. Now, this is going to move relatively quickly, guys. It is a news announcement. But the beauty of that is you've said, Lockie, I want to go and target that particular move. I've shown you exactly how to do that. And we'll basically just let the market bop along. Okay. This is what it did during the news announcement. So there is our entry, there is our exit, and obviously there is our profit over there. So if you wanted to know what it was like to trade that 9:30 news announcement with a static bar reversal, SBR, SBR. Guys, also these orange candles here, these orange candles are extreme volume candles telling you the market is going to run out of steam. So what's occurred is obviously the market has gone boom. This is what we saw when we were actually looking at the real charts going, Lockie, I'd like to go and live market replay that move. So guys, in the video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a number of things. Let me bring up the control center for you again. Guys, here's our control center. So a couple of little tips and tricks. When you're downloading your data, you will need to connect to a real data feed. Guys, today I used my TTP data feed. Guys, a massive shout out to TTP. Guys, if you're not funded, guys, jump on the Samurai website. The trading pit, guys, is available for you through the Samurai website. It's an incredible company. I personally believe one of the best funding companies in the world. Guys, once you've downloaded your data, we've been through that process, that you disconnect from your real data and connect to your playback data. Guys, what you then do is you will come to, when you do that, obviously you get that pop-up window. Guys, because you've already downloaded your data, you can literally just jump here. Jump into here, guys, as we did before, you'll end up with this little playback window. Guys, if you've never used playback before, this window might actually pop up on a different screen. So if you go through the process and you're like, Lockie, where's my little window? As it may actually be on a different screen if you've got multiple monitors running. As we've spoken about the scroll function down the bottom, where you basically get yourself to your target area. This is where I want to do my practice, guys. And then we spoke about right click, go to, where you can go to the exact spot. Guys, a little tip if I may, as if you want to trade, for example, these static bar reversals as we've just done, guys, typically before you get this moving candle here, instead of literally coming in and saying, Lockie, I want to start at exactly 9:30, guys, you could come in and you could actually trade. So you set yourself up at 9:25. So you've got 5 minutes to watch the markets, you've got 5 minutes to place your order, and ultimately, guys, that's the result of what's occurred. So guys, look, I hope that helps you out. Guys, at Samurai, we are absolutely passionate about helping people master this thing called day trading. Guys, we run live trading rooms every day. We've obviously got indicators that complement exactly what we do every day. Guys, we specialize in futures trading only because there are no brokers to manipulate the market while you're trading. Guys, what that means is we can get on with the job of not only teaching you how to be incredible traders, but also being incredible traders in our own right. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that was good fun, and I look forward to seeing you in the Samurai live trading rooms as soon as you are ready to rock and roll as a professional trader with Samurai. Guys, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.